Who could have foreseen, if you go a couple of years back and, Alhamdulillah, we're saved. Andrew Tate and Sneako have reverted to Islam. This will save the Ummah from the avalanche of apostasy. So many will revert. And we're going, interesting. Two attention-craved narcissists added to the dawah lineup of attention-craved narcissists. There's no way these guys are gonna...
A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much.
Say what you want, the dude is legitimately funny.
Yeah, he is.
That turned out to be a homosexual obsession.
It's a weird situation. It's a weird situation because it's kind of like a Malik thing, where it's like it's an evil guy, but then when they do expose the dirt from people, it's like when they're lying and when they're telling the truth, and it's like he's definitely telling the truth here.
Yeah, and Malik can also be legitimately funny. Even though
they're funny.
Even though, like Tate, he's pretty evil. But let's see.
Wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came, I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession.
It's funny. I thought he was copying me and everything because he wanted to be famous, but it turned out to be a homosexual obsession.
He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed.
I don't know anything about Fresh except for when that stuff, he got someone pregnant and was trying to pressure her to terminating the pregnancy. But Myron gets accused all the time of being gay as well.
Yeah, and also something about birds in Colombia.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Compensating in Colombia.
To convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed. He had this big cuck scandal, and he asked me what I think about cucking and if it's normal to explore your sexuality and if I've ever tried it. And I said, look, I'm older than you, bro, and I've never tried that. I don't think that's normal. And then he started saying, isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay? And then I realized he was coming on to me. And
it's the same thing. I don't know. That's funny to me. And so I thought he was being famous, but it turned out to be a homosexual obsession. And then,
By the way,
so he's asking me, is this normal and stuff? And then I realized he was coming on to me. Dude's funny, man.
Do you still have that clip from Tommy Robinson where he just spouts out that Sneako is gay?
What's that? Oh yeah. That Tommy Robinson clip.
That was hilarious.
I don't have that.
That's what this reminds me of. He just spouts it out.
Yeah, when Tommy Robinson, Sneako, if you're wondering if you're gay, you're gay. All right, back to the tater.
When I realized he was coming on to me, I thought the best thing I can do is just not talk to him anymore. Because I don't like this gossip girl stuff. I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is. My brand isn't sitting online and constantly insulting other people like his is. So I thought, let me just cut him off. He's obsessed with me. He's a bit weird. I don't want to ruin the guy's career. Let me just go his own separate way. Since then, he has mentioned me every single day in every single stream he does. Andrew Tate wore a gambling t-shirt. Andrew Tate drove a car. Andrew Tate drunk coffee.
Andrew Tate drunk coffee. I don't know. But how's Andrew Tate gonna interpret?
Know about that.
Yeah, how's he gonna interpret this Sneako constantly posting about him?
Andrew Tate this, Andrew Tate that. He is obsessed with me. And if you see the way he talks about me, you can see in his eyes. It's not because he is morally superior. It's not because he just wants clicks. It's a homosexual rage which is suppressed. Guys.
It's a homosexual rage he's suppressing.
Dude.
Oh gosh, he's legitimately funny, man. He's legitimately funny. It's just narrating. Here's the situation, and then bomb. He keeps doing that.
Oh, right.
So when since you can see it in his eyes when Sneako's talking about him, it's a suppressed homosexual rage.
Guys, I don't like saying this. I feel uncomfortable making this video. I wanted all of this to go away. I just said, no, I'm not going to fuck you, bro. Get out of here. I just tried to ignore the kid for 5 fucking years. Here we are 5 years.
He said he had to tell Sneako, dude, I'm not going to bang you.
Oh my gosh.
Later,
no wonder why he's
stop.
What?
No wonder why he's best friends with the Warner now.
Yep.
Years. Here we are 5 years later. He won't stop talking about me. And if you watch him do it, guys, watch him do it and look in his eyes while he does it. It is a suppressed homosexual rage. He is enraged. Now he's Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing. Constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private. As opposed to me, who keeps
So we got some extra confirmation from Andrew Tate about the drugs. We knew what the Warner was doing. But now we've got Andrew Tate exposing Sneako for being a Muslim in public, but being high and gay in private. It's kind of all lining up here, right? You have like one guy over here in California, he'll expose something, and then you'll have Andrew Tate in Romania, he'll expose something, and it just kind of lines up perfectly, right? It's almost weird. It's like there's odd sort of consistency that tends to point towards the truth.
Exactly.
And taking drugs in private, as opposed to me, who keeps my face Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing, constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private, as opposed to me, who keeps my faith private and my internet. He keeps his faith on the internet, and in his private life is completely haram. So we can discuss which one of us is the real Muslim if we want to have that conversation.
We can discuss which one of us is the real Muslim if we want to have that conversation. Who's the real Muslim, ladies and gentlemen? Hang on. looks like we need a poll. Not in the Warner sense, but we need a poll, ladies and gentlemen. Not in the Sneako sense either, apparently. Start a poll, not in the Warner sense. Who's the real Muslim?
Oh, a good one.
The options will be Andrew Tate, Sneako, both, or neither. Andrew Tate, Sneako, both or neither. Start poll, not in the Sneako sense. All right. But Andrew Tate did make an interesting point there. He points out, like, everything Sneako does as far as Islam, he makes sure it's on camera every week. Oh, look at me, I'm in the mosque. Look at me, I'm in the mosque. Ooh, selfie in the mosque. Ooh, record me here. Oh, here it is. It's I'm doing my prayers. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm breaking my Ramadan fast. Here we go. Make sure it's on camera. Am I on camera? Am I on camera? Okay, get this shot. All right, post that. Post that everywhere. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting, wild stuff.
So he's saying that behind the scenes, Sneako is like gay and a drug user and things like that. But on camera, he's a Muslim. And he's saying on camera, he does all his sinful stuff on camera, but behind the scenes, he's actually a Muslim. So he's saying it's like opposites.
Yep. And if you were to kind of put them together, you'd have like a whole Muslim. All right, guys. Let's take these first batch of super chats, and then we're going to look at the expanded edition of that. So we just watched the Tate. That was only like 3 minutes. We're going to watch an expanded clip where people actually added receipts and clips of Sneako saying these things, saying such things, and so on. And again, we'll eventually get to Sneako's reaction and so on. All here in the Ramadan 2026 Dawah Wars. Ramadan's a month where Muslims unite. Oh gosh, you guys are dumb. It's pretty disingenuous to say Dawah Wars instead of Christian Apologist Wars, as these are some of the best Christian apologists in history. You're right. We could call this Christian Apologist Wars. Unrelated good news, but Aussie Abe here reminded me of that. Speaking of Christian apologists, Junior is back on
Oh yeah.
X. He got
Yes.
unbanned somehow. Don't know who he had to snitch on to get unbanned, but the face of dawah in 2026 is unbanned. And if you're wondering who's the real Muslim, Tate or Sneako, it's Junior. That's who.
You should have put Junior in the poll.
Oh, yeah. Better than putting the poll in. Anyway. Good point, Ozzy Abe. Ramadan Rumble, fasting fights. Oh, yeah, we could call it something else. Ramadan Rumble. In Ramadan, you have your fighters and your lovers.
That's true.
Yep. Sneako is having a bad weeko once again. And the weeko is just getting started for poor Sneako.
It's a very long weeko.
Sneako is being malikoed by tater tots. Yep. Just getting started. Gosh, man, Jai, who could have foreseen this? Who could have foreseen, if you go a couple of years back and, Alhamdulillah, we're saved. Andrew Tate and Sneako have reverted to Islam. This will save the ummah from the avalanche of apostasy. So many will revert. Oh, and we're going, interesting. 2 attention-craved narcissists added to the dawah lineup of attention-craved narcissists. There's no way these guys are going to start attacking each other, because at the end of the day, they want all the attention for themselves. No way that's going to happen. Fast forward a couple of years, and here we are, 2026.
Yep. Yeah, we all saw that coming. And we even warned them, but they don't listen to us.
Nope, they don't listen to us. We try to help. Anyway,
we do.
They don't listen. Would you consider having Larry Alex Taunton on your live or in a video? He gets shadow banned, but he speaks against Islam. Not familiar with him.
Not sure who that is either.
D Wood, send me an email. D Wood doesn't respond. D Wood doesn't always have time to go through emails. I tend to respond to emails once in a while, like in batches. I'll just sit down and respond to a ton of emails. A vehicle with what appeared to be a large amount of explosives slammed into a synagogue in Michigan today. Wonder what the driver's religion is. Well, It's Michigan. It's Michigan. So, that would be a factor. But you've got so many people like leftists and everyone else. It in theory could be. We all know what we think in this situation. But the point is, you have other people who would do the same thing. So
that's true.
That's
why Fuentes fan.
Yeah, that's why I haven't commented on it. Enough information hasn't come out. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Could be Kanye. Could be Kanye for all we wonder. He could be having an episode again.
Could be.
Man, YouTube messed up again. Now I'm late. Yep. Shame on you.
Oh, by the way, speaking about Kanye, that also added to the gaydar for Sneako. When I saw that, remember when he said yeah, I got my hair cut, but I didn't get lined up because, Ye didn't like it when it was lined up. So I had to do my hair the way he wanted me to do it. And he was talking like this. Remember he was living with him for a little while? He was living with Kanye. Sneako was living with Kanye for a little while.
I remember such things. I'm just processing this horrible information that you're sharing.
Yeah,
this isn't just about Sneako. This is also about Kanye, and this would mean Kanye sounded a little more like Diddy.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah. So it kind of made sense. I'm like, wait, so you went to Andrew Tate. Like, if Andrew Tate, what he's saying is true, you went to him, you offered, but then it didn't work with Andrew, so you went to Kanye, and maybe it worked with him.
Yep. Sneako, man. Ozzy Abe said, after that first video, I take back my super chat. That's a good idea. The first super chat was, just remind everyone.
About them being Christian apologists.
Yeah. You take them back there. They're no longer Christian apologists. Nice. Just got banned from Cameron's live stream. He is live with Sam, and I just said, wait, isn't this the weird Sam dude likes dude? Isn't this that weird Sam dude like dudes? Straight up insane. Sam like dudes?
Oh, like he's saying like dudes, straight up insane.
Oh, okay.
Dude is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Genuine question. Is there an Islamic justification for gay sex, homosexuality, or do these dawah bros just not care what the Quran Hadith say? Well, like seriously, you have the straight up condemnations in in the Muslim sources, but you also have Muhammad, in his little relationship with Dihi al-Kalbi and getting banged out in the desert by the men of al-Zut and walking around covered in semen and all this stuff. And so the takeaway has always been, and you see this over the centuries, that's your private life. You got your public life. That's where we care what you do. Then we got your private life. That's your private life. That's up to you. Do whatever you want. Yeah. You want to bang dudes left and right or get banged, and that's totally no one else's business. And that's the pattern we've seen. And notice that's exactly the pattern we're seeing from Sneako.
Yeah, it's true.
And from all the dawah guys except Andrew Tate, who's the only one who keeps his haram in full view and then keeps his Islam behind the scenes.
Yeah, I had another thought that Andrew Tate and Malik, they're lining up again because Malik also said that, like, when Speaking Muslim was at a club, like a hookah lounge or something like that, Muslims were like going off on him, like, why is he at a club? Why is he, listening to loud music during Ramadan and smoking? And he said that's what all the Muslims do. Like they just don't do it on camera, but that's what all the dawah guys do that. Like, so he was saying even just on the guys on TikTok, like, they'll go and do this same stuff. So that's what Tate was saying too. Tate was saying that, Sneako is, on camera, he's one way, but off camera, he's this gay drug user.
So did he cross the Diddy line? It sounds like that. Both Muslimas, two sides of the same coin. I guess that's a response to the poll here. Hey, David. Hey, Jai. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ida. You can do funniest thing. Video about Sneako, sex parties, and transgenders. Get Tate retweet who will get backlash from Muslims for retweeting Islamophobe. I should do that. I should make a video. Andrew Tate was right about everything. And then I just go through what he said about Sneako and stuff. And Andrew Tate will tweet it, retweet it, and then everyone will jump on him. Look, he's retweeting an Islamophobe.
Didn't Andrew Tate also call Fareed gay or Jake or like one of them? He called one of them gay. I think one brother called one gay, then the other one called the other one gay. It was like Tristan or...
Yeah, that was just them like, oh, you're disagreeing with me, I'm going to call you gay.
Yeah.
But here he's pretty serious.
I mean, with Fareed, he seems like he's got... I mean, he might have a point with Fareed. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Fareed.
No.
Let's see. They're both Muslim compared to dawah hypocrites. Well, they're both in that category. Do Muslim men unite more during Ramadan? Yeah, apparently. I said neither in poll, but they are both liars and hypocrites. So actually, they are both real Muslim. That's what I was wondering. Like, what are you going to say? Like this sort of behavior proves that they're authentic, or that it means they're not. And so, anyway, because being hypocrite is kind of foundational to Islam. And so when someone's being a hypocrite, interesting.
True.
Religion of Peace struck again. A Muslim murdered an ROTC member in Virginia before his fellow members took him out. When will people learn? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they stabbed him to death or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to work on, guys. That was mine and Nabil's school. That's where we went to school. That's where I met Nabil. That's where I met my wife, and so on. So that was our school there. So I definitely want to make a video about that. But anyway, yeah, I'll be studying all that later on tonight. Mm-hmm. Andrew Tate was right about Sneako. Proof. Yeah, that's what I call it. Andrew Tate was right about Sneako. Here's the proof. All right. Are you ready to jump back into this?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Now we're going to have the expanded edition where someone took that clip from Andrew Tate and expanded it. There was music. Jai took out the music. Then I tried to censor out the F word. There were some other words in there. But anyway, we're running out of time. So here we go.
Guys, I know everyone's giving him a hard time right now, but I'm not here to end Sneako's career.
I mean, I could. I'm that guy.
Can't fuck with these niggas because niggas is gay.
Why are you gay?
So it seems he's got himself exposed and all these revelations are going to come to light. So I'm going to tell you a very factual story. I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here to insult anyone. I have no personal vendetta against anybody. I'm not mad at anyone.
Andrew Tate has no personal vendetta against anybody. The guy who repeatedly sues people with frivolous lawsuits has no personal vendetta against anybody. Okay, we believe you, Andrew.
Who's ever insulted me, I'm just a guy. And I'm just here to tell the version of the story as I lived it. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it. I'm just going to tell you some facts. A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed to convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird.
His pronunciation of fruity is funny because fruity, he doesn't say fruity, he goes fruity.
Yeah.
Which itself sounds fruity, man. Anyway.
That's true.
They're telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed. He had this big cuck scandal.
I've seen her other men, and it's just like that.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I saw
like that's fantastic stuff.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like
get
Her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her.
And he asked me what I think about cucking and if it's normal to explore your sexuality and if I've ever tried it. And I said, look, I'm older than you, bro, and I've never tried that. I don't think that's normal. And then he started saying, isn't it normal just to try new things? Don't you think it's normal to be curious? How do you know if you're really gay or not unless you've tried being gay? And then I realized he was coming on to me.
But like when I was like 14, I thought I was gay. I watched gay.
Nigga, you gay.
And when I realized he was coming on to me, I thought the best thing I can do.
I think that's the sort of thing Tommy Robinson was responding to when Sneako going, you know, when I was in my teens, I was gay. I thought I was gay, and then I was watching, the videos and stuff. Tommy going, Sneako, if you're wondering if you're gay, you're gay.
You're gay.
It's just not talk to him anymore. Because I don't like this Gossip Girl stuff. I don't want to be a drama merchant like he is. My brand isn't sitting online and constantly insulting other people like his is. So I thought, let me just cut him off. He's obsessed with me. He's a bit weird. I don't want to ruin the guy's career. Let me just go his own separate way. Since then, he has mentioned me every single day in every single stream he does. Andrew Tate wore a gambling t-shirt. Andrew Tate drove a car. Andrew Tate drunk coffee. Andrew Tate this. Andrew Tate that. He is obsessed with me. And if you...
I just noticed that. Just noticed that stupid hat that Tristan had on. What a dork, man.
He is obsessed with me.
Oh, okay. I show that this is all. These are receipts too, because it's actually Sneako reacting to all this stuff, and looking lovingly.
Yeah,
look the way he talks about me. You can see in his eyes. It's not because he is morally superior. It's not because he just wants clicks. It's a homosexual rage, which is suppressed. Guys, I don't like saying this. I feel uncomfortable making this video. I wanted all of this to go away. I just said, no, I'm not going to you, bro. Get out of here. I just tried to ignore the kid for 5 years. Here we are 5 years later. He won't stop talking about me. And if you watch him do it, guys, watch him do it and look in his eyes while he does it. It is a suppressed homosexual rage. He is enraged. Now he's Muslim LARPing. He's Islam LARPing. Constantly LARPing about Islam while being gay in private and taking drugs in private, as opposed to me, who keeps my faith private.
This is I didn't really pay attention to this the first time I saw it, but it seems to be someone showing texts with them and Sneako, and they're talking about like drugs or something. Yeah.
I'm going to play a little more of this, but I'll find that so I can actually zoom in on it and read it.
Okay.
But I think I recalled that where he was asking, I don't know if this is the same one, but someone posted screenshots of him asking one of his girlfriends or whatever to bring him some drugs.
I think this is it. Yeah. I think this is it.
Yeah, I'll find that here in a second, though.
and my internet. He keeps his faith on the internet, and in his private life is completely haram. So we can discuss which one of us is the real Muslim if we want to have that conversation. But I live in an Islamic country. I live in Dubai. He lives in New York. You know, he walks around during Pride Month in New York. Guys, I really didn't want to do this video, but it's all coming to light. I woke up this morning with a few text messages from people who know very well saying, is it true that this person does these things? And I'm like, oh, so this is about to blow up all over the internet. I said a long time ago.
That's what I was talking about, like something that led up to it, right? Sneako's going after someone. Sneako's going after someone, and so Tate is preemptively launching an attack as a warning. Don't cross this guy, whoever it is. Don't cross this person, or I will make sure you are destroyed too. And this is all we see with it. This is why they all keep dirt on each other, so that if anyone ever goes after anyone, you've got all this dirt that you can use to expose them, right? Like, you know, you had the Warner goes after, is going around behind Malik's back. What does Malik do? Ha! Now I'll expose you. And I'll expose everyone around you as a warning and so on. And then they all get really, really scared and beg Malik for forgiveness and so on. And so Sneako's about to go after someone, and Tate is saying, nope, all right. He's with me, and I got all the dirt on you.
Yeah. It sounds like someone's confirming some details with Tate. Hey, you know this guy, Sneako. Is this true? And he's like, yep, that's true. So I don't know if it's been exposed yet, whatever he's talking about. But if it hasn't come out yet, there's going to be more stuff to come out if this is not all of it. Unless this is like one of like Malik's like warning calls. Like, I'm going to do this stream tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes.
Yeah, I guess we're going to find out. Hang on. So
yeah, we'll find out.
Okay, I found those clips. I mean, I found the clip.
Oh, the girlfriend one?
Yeah, and then when Sydney don't count. Oh, well, travel safe. Let me. No, I guess. Weird. She calls him daddy, assuming it's a girl. There, Med. No, he funny.
Could be a guy.
I just saw this. Charge your phone, Nico. Oh, okay, so this is the girl, I guess. Charge your phone, Nico. You nut in USA. You got to stay on point, daddy. Can you get me MDMA? Absolutely. What's MDMA? Want to look it up?
It's some sort of drug.
Well, obviously. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, ecstasy.
Oh, okay. So he wants some X. Absolutely. Coming back tomorrow. OMG, so you want me to get you that? Got you. Pure, nothing cut. He wants the pure stuff, not the cut stuff.
Wow.
Okay, daddy, whatever you need. And he hearts, I'll text you when I have it so you can see. How much do you want? He said 4. So you want X, not powder then. Or are you saying 4 grams? Okay, my plug has it pure, which is Molly, not pills. Which is X. Daddy, my sister's boyfriend has crystal form, pure or in pill form like the pill. So either way, and they have testers to test it. He says, yes, let's
really
do that, baby
people.
girl. Says, yes, let's do that, baby girl. Okay. Pill form, daddy. All right, so that's what that little email exchange was.
Okay.
And we'll let Tate continue.
To Sneako once on one of my emergency meetings. I said, don't come at me, bro, because I could have ruined your career, and I didn't. I am the nicest man. If he had this kind of information...
Yeah, right.
Notice what he said there. He said, don't come at me.
Yeah.
So apparently...
just like Malik. Just like Malik.
Yeah, but I mean, like, apparently whatever Sneako's doing, it's going to expose Tate, and so this is all warning.
On anyone else, he'd post the screenshots, he'd sit there like a little girl, he'd do a full breakdown, he'd talk about it for years. I'm the top G, because that's who he is. I've known he's gay forever, and I didn't care. He came on to me, it was weird. It's going to come out what he's really been up to. You're going to see he's not a pinnacle of Islam, he's not a pinnacle of morality, he's very far from it. And that's why I had to stop talking to the guy. So I'm making this video now just to make it clear that I rejected him.
You said that's not why?
I don't think that's why. It's always like another reason, but this sounds like a good reason to cut ties with somebody, but I don't think that's the actual reason.
Make it clear that I rejected him. I said no.
Hey, stop! That's gay!
That's why he won't stop talking about me. That's why you can see in his eyes he is so angry. That's why I am the content of his entire life. That's why, because I said no to the kid. I hope he, works it out. I wish him well. No matter how much he insults me, how much he wants to be me, he'll never be me. He's never respected like I am. He'll never achieve the heights of fame that I achieve. He'll never surpass me in any realm, no matter what. So I really, truthfully wish him the best. I didn't want to make this video. I'm only making it because it's all coming to light now. And I want everybody to see that, once again, Tate was right. If you see Tate do something, it's because he's right. If you watch my entire career, all I've done is predict the future flawlessly.
No.
More realistically, didn't it seem like Sneako was becoming, Sneako was rising and Tate was like falling in popularity? And then I haven't checked like any stats or anything, but if you go back a couple of years, Tate was like everywhere. Everyone's constantly talking about Tate. And then Sneako's like this guy, this little side guy. Whereas now, like Sneako, I see Sneako trending pretty regularly and stuff. And then, don't hear nearly as much about Tate. So what if Tate
I think that
jealous?
They're on this. Yeah, they're on the same algorithm. And sometimes Sneako comes up on top and sometimes, Tate does. But they're definitely,
So sometimes Sneako's on top and sometimes Tate is on top. Is this what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
I stopped talking to him years ago because I knew he was doing drugs. I knew he was gay. I knew he was going to BDSM clubs and doing all this kind of weird shit.
Whoa!
I didn't want to be hanging.
What kind of club? The Warner clubs?
BDSM clubs. That's like tying people up and freaky fetish stuff.
So those are the type of clubs Warner goes to?
It stands for something. It's bondage. Oh, SM. I think the BD. What's the D? Bondage.
Destruction. Death.
What's the D? I think the SM is like sadomasochism or something like that.
Oh. So is this what Malik was talking about, the type of clubs that the dawah guys go to? These types of clubs?
Well, he's just saying there's clubs with trans women in there. You could have a regular club with some trans women or a club for trans women.
But Tate's giving the specifics.
Okay. People said domination. So it's bondage and domination.
Bondage, domination.
Yes, you go into a club and that's where they're going to like tie you up and whip you and stuff like that for people who are into that sort of thing.
Who's into that kind of thing?
Sneako, according to Andrew Tate.
Okay.
You just heard it. Here, let me back up.
Career, all I've done is predict the future flawlessly. I stopped talking to him years ago because I knew he was doing drugs. I knew he was gay. I knew he was going to BDSM clubs and doing all this kind of weird shit. I didn't want to be hanging around with some little fruity nigger who was getting tied up by dudes.
We're on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl.
You
like
was
right
on the bed?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Nigga, you gay.
I thought that's weird. I ain't hanging around with this guy who's going to sex clubs in New York, getting tied up by dudes, and I'm not doing it. So, here's the truth. That's the reason. I'm not going to talk on this again. He's going to tweet about me and talk about it for the next 200 years, and you're going to see the rage in his eyes, the suppressed homosexuality. That's a him problem. I'm busy winning. That's my version of the story. So when you see all this crap come out about him, I rejected him. I said no. And there's going to be some other people who are exposed that perhaps said yes, but I said no.
Oh, some people said yes. Some people said yes.
Huh. Let me back that up a little bit.
Not in the Warner sense.
The rage in his eyes, the suppressed homosexuality, that's a him problem. I'm busy winning. That's my version of the story. So when you see all this crap come out about him, I rejected him. I said no. And there's going to be some other people who are exposed that perhaps said yes, but I said no.
Uh-oh. Hope that's not Kanye. Hope that's not Kanye. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Blake here says, why does D Wood know this abbreviation? Yeah, I knew 3. I got 3 of the 4. What's weird is I remember the exact I remember the exact moment I looked that up, and this was, I think this was before
Like
YouTube.
Oh
No, I think it was before YouTube. I think it was while I was still like undergrad, and where I just wrote for a blog. I wrote for a blog, but I wrote a response to Richard Carrier, the atheist. I think IP just debated him at one of the recent debate cons and so on. But Richard Carrier, the atheist, and we were on the topic of, somehow we were on the topic of morality. We ended up going back and forth with writing back and forth. And I was asking, okay, if an atheist actually just rejected morality, what can you point to? What evidence do you have that could convince him that he needs to actually obey these moral commands? Like because you're sitting here saying, well, I don't need God and I believe in morality. I'm saying, okay, what if an atheist didn't? What if an atheist didn't believe? He thought morality is just an illusion. And I gave Jeffrey Dahmer as an example. I said, okay, you've got Jeffrey Dahmer. He tells you, hey, I'm gonna drug, rape, and kill and eat this guy, unless you tell me why I have some sort of moral obligation not to. And Carrier's response was, well, Dahmer's issue was that he had some tendencies towards BDSM stuff, and so I would have gotten him into some BDSM stuff, and then he wouldn't have had the desire to kill. And so I was like, what? And so I looked it up, and I was like, what? That's going to make him not... Anyway, it was weird. But notice it didn't answer the objection at all. It's if you're killing people, it's because you're suppressing a desire for something else, and so we'll just get you into whatever it is that you're desiring and suppressing.
Oh, that's supposed to prevent him from killing. Okay, I see.
Yeah, which didn't answer the objection at all. Okay, suppose you do that, and he says, I still want to kill and eat people. And I believe it's fine because I don't believe that there are any sort of moral rules that I actually have to follow. What do you say then?
Wow.
And the answer is, as an atheist, there's nothing you can point to, guys, because the same reasoning that you would use to reject the existence of God. Well, I mean, one, I don't see God. We don't detect it. We don't find it scientifically. I'm not convinced that God exists because I don't see any good arguments for the existence of God. You can say the exact same thing about any moral rule you point to. If you say, don't torture old ladies for fun. Okay, what's your evidence for that? I don't discover that scientifically. I don't look around and see it. I don't have access to that moral obligation with any of my five senses. And I don't see any reason to think that moral obligation actually exists outside of like your mind and other people's minds. Where is it? And it's not in my mind. So what am I going to do? Live by something that you believe because you were taught to believe that all your life? Or should I believe what someone else believes because he was taught something different all his life? What am I supposed to believe here? Anyway, that's kind of the point.
How did Sneako learn that though? Like, how do you learn about these type of clubs? Like, that's like really depraved.
Are you kidding?
Basically, he's young. Oh, you think it's like people like the Warner who teach him it or something? I don't know. Like he's young, right?
No, he was a popular streamer. He got a ton of money and a ton of attention when he's young. And guess what? You start getting invited to stuff, and anything that pops into your head, you now have the money to go try out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why he's trying all these drugs and all these different things. Okay.
Trying all kinds of things.
All right. Someone's like, I didn't have this on my bingo card.
All right, take a couple of super chats, guys, and then we're going to see, what are we going to see first? Oh, we're going to watch, no, matter of fact, let's just watch this real quick because it's short. Watch a short one real quick. This is this other guy, Neon.
I see him popping up all the time too. He's really popular in the streaming world, like the IRL streaming world. He's really popular in that world. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here's Neon, and they apparently were hooked up to a lie detector, and they were going back and forth asking each other questions. And Neon asks him in front of some girl if he's ever been attracted to a man. And Sneako says no, and here's what happens.
Have you ever imagined yourself doing something with a guy?
No.
He's pretty.
I'm done. No. Wallahi, I didn't tell him. Wallahi, God strike me that I didn't tell him shit.
I never did until you.
He said wallahi.
Wait, he said I never did until.
Yeah, I know. Hang on. So yeah. So guys, you can the guy in the middle, he's doing the readouts of the lie detector, and then he gives the thumbs down. But let's watch it once more.
Have you ever imagined yourself doing something with a guy?
No.
He's pretty.
I'm done. No. Wallahi, I didn't tell him. Wallahi, God strike me that I didn't tell him shit.
I never did until you.
They censored out the word you're gay. You're gay. He's calling him gay. Anyway, he tried to lie, but he was hooked up to a lie detector and confirmed that he was lying about that. All right, take a couple super chats, and then we'll watch Sneako's reaction, guys, because Sneako has responded. Let's see, British Twig Slum. Yeah. Build a mosque that looks like a giant closet. Build it, and he will. Wait, never mind. That may be too much. Yes. Then Sneako can just go to that mosque, and every day he'll walk out of the closet. Good job, Top G. Now please take down Mike Winger. That's a good idea.
Could you imagine Andrew Tate takes down Mike Winger?
And I found this nerd, this epic nerd, and have to say, David Wood is completely right about this guy. They convinced me to let him come. Yeah, that's what he said. These dawah guys will never leave Islam because it enables their sin. Leaving would make it hard to justify their sin. This started with Momo. That is the case. Good point. Imagine being called a degenerate by Tate. I know. Tate's the guy pointing out. Jai, I speak Hebrew, but after your stream the other day, I'm not sure I understand it anymore. You broke my brain with a grammar, but great job.
Thank you, Ida. Yeah, we did like a breakdown of the angel of the Lord versus an angel of the Lord, and we explained how it had to be the angel of the Lord because there were some Mormons and other Unitarians that make these arguments as well that like it's not the angel of the Lord, it's just an angel. Like it's nothing special, it's just an angel. But I was explaining based on the Hebrew grammar, it must be the angel of the Lord. So Ida speaks Hebrew, and yeah.
Surah Dingaling 69, say, O Prophet, rejoice like David Plastic, the one that rejoices when someone recites the Shahada, and Shaitan knows all you do. I'm David Plastic. We got Zut here. I actually heard about this from Nooks Taku, the base blue Jew. Also, I hope everyone is having a great day. Heard about what? Heard about these latest dawah wars? That's interesting. Tate's future predictions are as good as Mo's. Mo inadvertently outed himself as a false prophet. Tate inadvertently outed himself as a trafficker. Yes, he did. Ali Dawa definitely said yes to Sneako.
Ooh, interesting.
Top G calling people gay. Watch his gun video. Oh yeah, that didn't look like the. He didn't look exactly.
I think Sneako comments on that.
He didn't look exactly like, John Wick in that video. So I even saw people defending him, and they're like, "Come on, he's just starting out. He'll get cooler."
He grew up in the UK. He never shot a gun.
Yep. Kind of rough being a gun guy in the UK. And here we have Larry Alex Taunton hosted debates between John Lennox and Christopher Hitchens. He has a show called Ideas Have Consequences, and it's underviewed.
Awesome. Wow. John Lennox. How old is John Lennox now? He's
pretty old. Muhammad was a bisexual. Sneako's just following the sunnah. I don't understand Tate's problem. Yeah, what's wrong with you, Tate? Hey, Tate, every attack against Sneako is simultaneously an attack on Muhammad.
Every attack is an admission, like they say.
Mm-hmm. How do you think Muhammad, zut be upon him, would react to Sneako and the Tater in all of this? He would say, did you not learn from my example, brothers? You have to try to keep that behind the scenes. Emphasis on behind.
I think he'd be like all the narcissistic, the dawah guys and stuff. I think he would like, get rid of them because he wants all the attention on himself. He's like, what are you guys doing thinking you can get popular based on me, and you know.
Good point.